Okay. Spider-Man.
Yes.
I would like to know, when you influence kids, how influential do you think you are?
Um. Well, it's really hard to influence a kid. It's like normally they probably think, oh, if we do something bad, Spider-Man is gonna beat the crap out of us. You know, oh my God, Spider-Man's gonna beat me up if I do this. They know they can get away with littering and jaywalk because Spider-Man doesn't beat up villains over that. Usually, if a villain was just in my presence, like going around looking like a normal person, I'd probably beat them up without giving them a chance. Be like, if I saw Venom walking around in the street, no matter where he was, I'd probably be like, oh my God, it's Venom. I gotta go put him in jail. I go over there and beat him up. But little kids, it's easy to tell them not to drink and not to smoke. But the thing is, they don't listen. All they do, they'll do it anyway. Like, I remember, like, this kid, I believe his name was Doomerang. He was at school hanging with his friends, right? His friend, like, offered him a smoke. I believe he's, like, one of the only kids that'll, actually listen, because him and, a lot of kids know what's right and what's wrong, but more kids know, like, they don't really care. So, like, he took the cigarette from his friend and he threw it very far. Just like, no more smoking. That's not cool, dude. And I was like, wow, if this kid was a superhero, he'd probably be able to influence kids easily, I'm not trying to make him sound cocky or anything, but he's a pretty good kid, and I respect him for that. He's making an easy influence on little children than I do. He gets along with kids great, so do I, but he has a deeper connection with the kids.
Well, what store do you like to visit, at least? Like ones that don't have all that bad stuff? Like
7-Eleven. It's like a lot of people at night. I notice late at night, a lot of people like to hang around 7-Eleven. I like to go around there too. It's pretty cool there. I get, it's really cool hanging out, but even though it's intended to buy things there, people just sit there and hang out.
what kind of figures do you see hanging out?
Well, people. What do you mean? It's people. Like people in their cars, like just hanging. Well, some kids are like smoking. Like I said, on an influence. Some people don't listen. They just smoke anyways, even though they know it's bad.
Well, so, your favorite music artist?
You're listening to them in the background.
Ah. Did you hear the bad news?
A lot of people know the song. Yeah, I was like, wow, this guy, but he'll always be, in my opinion, one of the greatest artists ever. Because, his music is awesome. My favorite song probably be, Thriller, Beat It, Billie Jean, Smooth Criminal. Yeah, he will always be the greatest pop artist, no matter what anyone else says. Just know that that Spider-Man supports Michael Jackson.
Well, I don't know the exact deets, but I think Kanye West says he should be the next king of pop.
Yeah, he's pretty good. I don't know. He might make it. I don't want to be the type to start any problems with anyone. Except if he was a super villain, I'd probably be like, oh yeah, like, you're not gonna be singing in prison, but Kanye West, he's not the type. He's a really good guy, It's like, I know I'm not gonna have to, he's not gonna be robbing a bank or anything like that. But, Kanye West, his music's pretty good. His song's Stronger. Yeah, everyone loves that song, and it kind of influences me to be, sort of a like as good of a superhero as I can.
On a special edition well, certified music choice salutes the. Well, I guess I can, you know, give you one last question. Is that okay?
What do you mean? I'm the one giving you the opportunity to for this interview. It's like I didn't have to let you interview me.
Well, if another person looking for an interview walked into your house, what would you do to them?
I would web them up and throw them in the basement.
Okay.
Because I'm sick of these villains. I mean, not villains, but interviewers coming. Hey, Spidey, we want to ask you questions. A lot of famous people have to put up with it, and it makes like a lot of them want to kill themselves. It's really annoying. Some people can put up with it and they love it very much, but it can be very annoying. So, yeah, they need to stay away from my house if they know what's good for them.
Okay. Okay, guys, doesn't look like you can come in. Well, thank you, Spidey. Bye.
You're welcome. Don't come back.
Okay.